कुछ गाना बजता रहता है, ठीक है, बात करते रहते हैं, ठीक है. The vehicle is moving with 8 cars, not 10 cars. Earlier it used to be 22 meters long, 10 cars, now 8 cars or something. So we are moving on the road, masti hai. So like we keep talking and like we engage in those kind of stuff. Suddenly the driver moves to the left side and parks on the lips of the highway. मैंने पूछा भाई साहब क्या हो गया, क्यों गाड़ी को रुकवा दिया? सर आगे वो है. मैंने पूछा ये वो है क्या? सर आप जानते हो वो है? सर I don't want to get into what the O, you know the O. So tell me, okay, you were talking about technology. So why the technology has really not able to really go and remove this curse, that O curse? So what steps possibly, I'm talking to you as a, a transport commissioner's fraternity, even though you're sitting in Delhi, but you have the complete understanding of the entire ecosystem. How do we tackle this O factor? Sure. Because that will really improve the speedy movement of vehicles. Because at the end of the day, we are talking about $3 trillion economy to $5 trillion economy. Okay, and Make in India is not, pushing software by, electronics or wires. All tangible goods has to move on the road, inbound, outbound. So how do we stop this O factor?
Sir, I will disclose in the audience how you can tackle this situation. I think this would be the first time discussion how we can crack this O factor. Okay. Our understanding to the transporters and drivers, that is required first. We need to have a check sheet that we are compliant of these things. Because we people are not aware what are our rights, what are the rights of the drivers, what are the rights of the transporters. They don't know. And because of lack of communication, lack of information, this O factor is still continuing, and despite of technology world, but this thing still remains. So first of all, what are the prerequisites? And prerequisite has to be uniform throughout the country. And when there are agencies, not SIAM, even transporters lobbies are still strong. And they are very close to our Minister of Transport, Gadkari Sahab. But they have not yet spoken how to mitigate it. They had been talking. मंत्री साहब भी बोलते हैं बीच बीच में वो लक्ष्मी वाला वो सारा लेकिन उसको कैसे करा जाए, खत्म कैसे किया जाए? खत्म करने के लिए तरीका ये है कि आप ये बताएंगे. मैं आपको एक जरा सा एक चीज बताता हूँ. आप फिटनेस कराते हैं गाड़ी में, मैं पिछले काफी टाइम से आई एम ऑल्सो इनटू द फिटनेस regime. So I first make a check sheet which is available at Vahan for software also, that beyond this I will not check. You prepare your vehicle under these conditions and come and get your fitness done right away. You don't need any person. Now, overloading. Overloading is an ecosystem because it requires connivance of transporters as well as RTOs. वो भी जानता है कि ओवरलोडिंग करने में मेरे को फायदा है, और उस जो एजेंसीज है they also want that vehicle to be overloaded, कि जिससे they are also getting benefit. So these things has to be cut down, and there has to be one check sheet. Thus, I am compliant of these things. Now, no hanky-panky in between. So this requires understanding, and we need to work together. As I said earlier, government, whatever you propose to the government will do. But we have not proposed the line of action. We have not proposed the framework. We do have good vision when we talk about these conferences. So we had been much better vision than any global country. But how to do the system to synchronize with our vision, we don't have, because transport ministry or state government, they don't have professionals. I know Mr. Sanjeev Garg, we had worked together. Sanjeev Garg was with Tata Motors, and prior to it, we worked in DC Toyota around 8-10 years or so. So we know what are the plights of the transporters, and he had been quietly when he was in GM commercial vehicles. So he had been delivering from the transporter side. These should be the reforms, but who will listen? Because there are not listeners in government, because they also don't have the rules to do it. One more thing I tell you. In recently, Rule 125 says every vehicle requires VLTD. VLTD means it is also in the commercial vehicle, trucks as well as bus and taxis. GPS installed and GPS tracking has to be monitored by government control room. At fitness time, we get 100% compliance. But after fitness, it is not even 20%. Because our driver and transporter don't want our location to be tracked by government. Because it becomes a witness at the time of accidents. So this project is not through in any state. Even in Delhi, it is not more than 15 to 20%. Auto rickshaw were supposed to get their GPS carried thing since 2012 upon the Supreme Court directives. But it has not been a successful mode. And in auto rickshaw, I think their default rate would be 90% and above. So, because government make rules, but they don't have punitive actions also on it. And these technology punitive actions are nowhere mentioned in our Motor Vehicle Act also. So if we make rule and we don't have the compliance of it, there is no benefit of making such rules. So we require every action and their consequences together to be checked and monitored. So these are the things that we are all at fault also, and that fault has been a money-making tool for every ecosystem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for openly talking about it. Thank you very much for using the platform to clarify a lot of stuff. Sir, you spoke about checklist when it comes for fitness checking, all those kind of a thing.